What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction, where you can find latest album reviews. You can find our band interviews, and you can find live coverage of the concerts that we get. I posted an album review of Real Friends' new record, Composure. Should check that out if you're into that. Also posted some videos about Warped Tour or pertaining to Warped Tour. There's a playlist, so check that out if you are interested in that. And if you are going to Warped Tour, maybe you can check that out and see who you like and who, things of that nature. Also, I'll be doing a few more album reviews to go out this week. I think I'm going to be doing Between You and Me, that comes out Friday, and maybe a few others here and there. But tonight we're going to be talking about Toluca Lake's new EP, Breath in Passing. So for those of you who are familiar with the channel, Toluca Lake has been on this thing a while ago. They might come back on. Mike, if you want to come back on. Cullen, if you want to come back on, you're more than welcome to. But they sent me their EP over a little bit early. Actually, I asked to review it, and they graciously gave it to me a little bit early. But this EP comes out today, so definitely go check it out. I always try to make sure to plug local bands that just kill it, and I feel like this band has been underrated for a little bit. I actually found out about them through Dreambound, so shout outs to them as well. But I'm gonna go through each track off this EP, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, some pros and cons, and then finish it out with an overall rating. So the first track off the EP is called Monarch, and it is one of my favorite tracks off the EP as well. The drumming in this track is super killer. I think that is definitely one of the more standout things in this song. It's really fluid without feeling like it's just being overbearing, where there's just too much like fills and things going on. It just has the right amount of just movement to it, without being like just too extraneous. The guitars and bass have that sort of indie vibe to them, with a little bit of emo tinge in there as well. It has that sort of, emo sort of sounding stuff, and I think they kind of disclosed that in the interview that they did a bit ago. But this track has an awesome groove to it, a really great swing to it as well. Mike's vocals really just kind of take over this track as well. But I wish they were turned up a little bit more. They feel like they kind of get lost in the mix here and there. But overall, I love the track. I think that just the overall groove and the overall feeling of the track really got to me, and I think it's a great opener track to just get the EP started. So we're gonna move into track number 2, which is Candle Wax. This one is kind of a complete 180. If you listen to Monarch, this one just feels like the total opposite of that. It has this really ethereal aesthetic opening to it. It has like sort of nature sounds, like birds chirping, like it's really cool. I think the way that they just arranged it and kind of thought out it, I thought it was really interesting. The guitars really add this awesome sort of ambience to the song, and really kind of obviously drive most of the sonic sounds that come out in this track, besides maybe Mike singing. But it allows you to take more time to focus on just the guitars and vocals, and have it be kind of more of a natural aesthetic, as opposed to maybe a full band. It just feels a little bit more just natural, like I said earlier, and it just feels just really interesting in comparison to the first track. I like that it's nice and soft, and it really has some awesome melodic qualities to it that I think make this track sick. So we're gonna move into track number 3, which is Motif. This one is one of my favorites as well. It has a really interesting melody to it as well. I think Mike's delivery in the first verse really makes this track unique and interesting. He kind of almost, I don't know, it doesn't feel like, I wouldn't want to say rap because that feels a little off, but just the way he delivers it is much faster than you would expect it to be, which definitely took me by surprise upon first couple listens. The instrumentals have a nice separation to them, and what I mean by that is that the guitars have their moments of just kind of melodic overtones, while the bass and the drums really kind of solidify the rhythm and really make this track pop a little bit more. which is definitely cool. But the song definitely picks up at around the 2 minutes and 30-second mark. It really becomes a lot more expansive. Mike kind of taps into a little bit more of his falsettos, which I think are phenomenal in this track, and it just makes it unique to this song in particular. I think it starts off really kind of building to that point, and then after that, it kind of grows and just manifests itself into a really beautiful track that I definitely love without a doubt. So we're gonna move into the last track, track number 4, which is Emerald. This one has more lead guitars into it, which I definitely feel like add a bit more presence to the song. This one I feel like has more of those mellower moments as opposed to more rock vibes that previous tracks have had, especially Motif and Monarch. I think that there's this really cool part that Mike does at the 3 minutes and 30-second mark to around the 4 minute mark. He really does the original melody, but an octave lower, I believe. And it really makes this really cool creative choice in terms of vocal styling. I think that a lot of bands choose to delve away from the lower range, but I think Mike's lower range sounds awesome. And I'm not just saying that because he's my friend. I just feel like the octave lower really made the track unique, and it was one of those things that I was just like, okay, that sounds cool, and it was just kind of unexpected at the same pace. The song kind of ends off on a sort of softer melodic note, which kind of closes out the album in a unique way. I would have loved maybe a heavier track, or more rock based track to kind of end off the record with, but that's typically because I love having that sort of high note to be on the end with. But nonetheless, I think it was a really solid EP, short but sweet, but I think it really gets the job done. So some pros and cons. I think there's some really awesome melodic moments played out in like Candle Wax and Emerald, but there's also some really great rock sort of melodic tracks like Monarch and Motif that play out very nicely. Vocally, it's very different too. I think Mike has a really unique range in the way that he does stuff. He has some really unique falsettos, which I'd love for him to expand in next material, as well as just kind of a lower range that would have been unique to add into some other tracks, and I'd love for him to expand in that way too. The instrumentals I really like, in comparison to the older stuff that I listen to. It's definitely a change of pace in terms of just sonic awareness. I think that they are definitely going in that more melodic, more indie rock direction, as opposed to maybe more like post-hardcore, that sort of stuff, which is definitely nice. I think I draw a lot of comparisons to the band Movements. They have that sort of vibe to them as well. So if you enjoy that band, I am 100% sure you'll enjoy this band. They have a really cool uniqueness to it. It's not like they're trying to be heavy to be heavy. I think the heaviness is there, but it's not like in your face, as well as just kind of the melodic moments as well. It's not just because they want to have those really kind of sparkly moments. I think that they really kind of build the tracks around Mike's vocals, and they fit super well. Some cons that I have about this record is the mixing is hit or miss. I feel like in Monarch, the vocal volume could have been turned up a little bit more, and just the vocals feel a little bit crushed underneath the instrumentals. And this is just listening with these headphones, earbuds in my car. Like I felt like that was just something that was just needs to be a little bit fine-tuned here and there, but it definitely feels a little bit set back in the mix, that I would love to hear a little bit more of Mike's just vocals, and I think I'd be able to differentiate and pick out a little bit more of the vocal material. I would also love to hear a little bit more heavier tracks. They released another track earlier this year called Laura, and that has more of that rock vibe, almost kind of delving into that post-hardcore genre that I was mentioning earlier. It had some screams in it, and well, I don't think that it would have fit in this EP. Maybe in future material they can kind of combine two worlds and do it that way. And as well as it just being short in general, 4 tracks, I think you can really just bang that out in like probably under 20 minutes, which is okay. I mean, that's not a huge gripe. I understand music isn't cheap, or making music isn't cheap. So I'd love to hear more, maybe along the lines of a full length, in the way that they would go about it in that direction. I think that that would be really cool, and they probably have it in the works anyway, so I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But my overall rating for Toluca Lake's new EP, Breath in Passing, I'm going to be giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I really love the musical direction. However, I'd love to hear some more heavier notes or heavier tracks in the next either full length or EP. I think that that would have been really cool, and kind of playing off more of Mike's vocal range. I think that that would be a big plus and big ups to the next record, to kind of hopefully facilitate a little bit more better stuff. I think that overall I love the direction, and I love the sonic direction that they're going in as well. But let me know in the comments if you checked out this band. Please go do so. These guys are some great friends of mine, and it would be a great pleasure if you want to go check them out for yourself. They are a killer band from Massachusetts, so definitely go check them out. I think they're doing an EP release show, so go out to that. That would be sick. I unfortunately live in New Jersey, so that's not possible. I mean, it is possible, but I would have to take off and blah blah blah. But nonetheless, if you live in the Massachusetts area, go to see them. They put on a phenomenal live show, and let me know in the comments what your favorite track is. I'd love to know what's your thoughts on it as well, and if you have any thoughts on the EP as a whole or older material, definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, hit that subscribe button, share it, thumbs it up. It goes a long way. Thank you guys for the tremendous support of this channel. I honestly can't put it into words. It just means so much to me, so thank you for that. And if you enjoyed it, click that bell too, so you get notified of when we put out new stuff. So my name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix, and we'll be talking with you soon. Peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.